Well, it looks like we're rolling here, Mitchell. It's Justin here, shooting your video for you on the little Stover K, and I'm going to give you a quick little demo on how to fire this little guy, adjust on the governor so you can control the speed, and so on and so forth. I guess where I'm going to start is I'm going to start by how to run the ignition on the engine. If you look, the engine is a straight igniter engine. You know, there's not a magneto, it's a straight igniter. So what it does call for is it calls for a coil. This is the coils that I use. They are homemade by an elderly gentleman. It is a low tension coil. You know, there's high tension and there's low tension. I guess I'm going to start by explaining high tension and low tension. Low tension coils are needed. I hope I'm not going through this if you already know this. If I am, I'm sorry to bore you. But if not, it can be very confusing because for quite an amount of time I was very confused in the difference of high tension and low tension. Low tension coils, like you see right here, are for straight igniter engines. Engines with an igniter. No spark plug. That is your spark plug. If you don't have a low tension coil or a high tension coil, I'll show you what a few look like. These are your common low tension coils. This is an old, actually an original engine low tension coil. Commonly found, international engines use coils like that. And here's another coil, low tension, like you see. Them you'll see on eBay every now and then. Either one of these two coils generally run anywhere from $35 to $50. Just remember they can go bad. Buying a coil like on eBay or off a swap meet table is kind of hit or miss. You never know what's going to happen. Then I thought I'd show you two high tension coils. This here is what you do not need. You do not need these, so don't get confused with these, but these are generally what you see a lot on eBay. That's like a Fonsteel coil or Detroit, or a lot of companies made these. These got a little buzz. They bounce back and forth and make spark. That's your Model T coil off a Ford Model T, just like it is. Does the same thing. They're very good. They're very hot. But these are for engines that have spark plugs. This is for, you know, with a timer and a spark plug and things like that. So that is what you do not need. I'm just showing them to you that if you do see them on eBay or something like that, to not to buy these for the little Stover if that's what you need. You're looking for guys like him. So next I'll show you how to hook up the coil. You're going to need a 12. This is a little 12-volt battery. You can use a snowmobile motorcycle battery. This exact battery is actually out of exit lights over doorways at work. Obviously when the power goes out, the exit lights need to illuminate, and they always run that little trickle charged battery, 12-volt, little low amp battery that works very good for this. So what you're going to want to do is off your battery, which is I color coded my jumpers for you. And you can do this in normal wire. I just use jumpers because, you know, I'm on and off all the time, different engines. So you got to take your hot off your hot and go to one side of the coil. Now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what side of the coil you go to. You could just go in one and out the other. There's not a in and there's not a out. The coil will actually work. Will transduce both ways. Then you're going to take the ground as a black off the battery, and you're going to run that to the engine. There's a little terminal, little brass terminal on there. That's your engine ground. I knocked this guy off as I'm going here, so I will we'll put him back on. Then your other lead off the coil, you will put him on the coil and run him to your little Phonostant clip. Secure him up there. Make sure you're not shorting him to the bracket here, because he will short your engine out and you will not run, and you'll be wondering what the hell is going on. So it's as simple as that as far as hooking it up. So you're running hot out of the battery to one side of the coil, out of the coil to the Phonostant clip. That's the brass clip on top of the igniter. Then you're taking your ground off your battery and you're grounding to the brass clip on the very front of the engine, like so. Next, I generally oil the engine. I'm going to give you a quick overview on oiling. All the pins, a little bit on each valve, a little bit on the trip arm. There's a weep hole in the igniter, top of the igniter body, get some in there. Get a little bit on the gears. Shoot a little bit in the oiler. The main caps are not greasable. They are oil bath main caps on the engine. And a little bit on the roller assembly there. And a little bit on the detent. Alright, now with everything hooked up, we'll give this thing a whirl. I think it needs a little choke. And I apologize, I am doing this single-handedly here. There we go. And away we go. Here's your little choke flipper. Oh, I had the gas turned off. Gas I generally run, I don't know, about a turn open. And when you want to start the engine on a cold start, you'll take this little flipper guy here and close the choke. That is actually shutting air off to the engine, which will then and out act like a choke, obviously. So now that I have the fuel turned on, I'll try and start it again. Now I'm going to actually put the choke on. And remove the choke. There we go.